Things are getting shaky in the Pi network world and the buzz is real. Over 2 million Pi tokens just hit exchanges in a single day, and guess what happened next? Prices took a dive, technicals turned red, and investor confidence is now hanging by a thread. And that's not all. A tsunami of 72 million Pi tokens is about to be unlocked this week alone. That's right, more tokens are about to flood the market, and it could shake the entire Pi ecosystem. So what does this all mean for Pi holders? Are we on the verge of a bigger crash, or is this just another bump before liftoff? Stick around, because in today's video we're diving deep into everything that's happening right now with Pi Network, from the sudden wave of exchange inflows to the warning signs flashing across the charts. We'll uncover the signals, talk strategy, and explore what's next in this roller coaster ride. Now let me ask you, do you think Pi's price will bounce back stronger, or are we heading for an even deeper correction? Drop your answer in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our previous videos to catch up on the latest Pi Network developments. The link is in the description, and of course show some Pi love by dropping Pi Network to the moon, along with your country name in the comments. Let's see how strong our global Pi community is. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Your support keeps us going and helps us bring you even more breaking updates about Pi price, Pi KYC news, mainnet progress, and everything in between. You can also join our Telegram group and Facebook page, links in the description. And just a quick note, this video is for entertainment purposes only. It's not financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Alright pioneers, let's get started. The Pi Network price has just taken a massive hit. After reaching a solid peak earlier this month, the value of Pi has plunged over 53% in just a matter of days. From the highs of May 12th, it's now dragging around the 77 cents range, and it's not showing many signs of slowing down. But why the sudden drop? It all comes back to one major event. Over 2 million Pi tokens were dumped onto exchanges in a single 24-hour window. And that's not speculation, that's confirmed data from PiScan. This wave of selling pressure triggered a rapid downward spiral. Investors started panicking, traders raced to exit, and sentiment across the board started to shift from bullish to fearful. But let's break it down even further. Technically speaking, Pi has just broken below a crucial support level, one that was seen as a safety net for weeks. It's now trading under its 50-period EMA, which is a pretty reliable trend indicator. When you fall below that line, it's usually a big red flag that things are heading south. To make matters worse, a bearish flag pattern has clearly formed on the 8-hour chart. And if you followed charts before, you know what that means. It often signals the continuation of a downtrend. And guess what? The price is already broken below the lower line of that flag. In plain terms, it looks like we could be headed even lower. Right now, all eyes are on the $0.6584 support zone, which was last touched around May 17th. If that gets broken, we could be looking at a potential slide to $0.5545, a whopping 30% drop from where we are now. And don't think the resistance levels are helping either. The nearest strong resistance is up at 86 cents. If the price can't break through that soon, then the bulls are going to have a hard time fighting back. But it's not just charts and technicals sounding the alarm. OnChain Data is telling a similar story. Just in the last day, over 4.1 million Pi tokens were moved into exchanges. That's not normal behavior unless people are getting ready to sell. In fact, net inflows on OKX alone totaled 1.88 million Pi. And there were also net deposits on other platforms like BitGet and PNX. Only a couple of exchanges like MEC and Gate recorded net outflows. Altogether, more than 2 million tokens were pushed into centralized exchanges in just one day. That's a clear signal that holders are preparing to offload their tokens, and that's usually followed by even more downward pressure. Historically, every time we see this kind of move, big inflows into exchanges, it means that confidence is weakening. People aren't feeling good about holding on to their Pi. They're not expecting a rally, they're expecting a dip, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the upcoming token unlocks. This part is huge, and honestly, it's the most concerning piece of this entire story. Over the next few days, Pi Network is going to release more tokens into circulation, and we're not talking about a few million, we're talking about over 72 million tokens hitting the market in just 1 week. That's right, 72 million. Today alone, 9.9 million will unlock. Tomorrow, another 12 million. After that, 15.2 million, and then 13.2 million on the next day. The pace is relentless, and it doesn't stop there. Over the next 30 days, a mind-blowing 280 million tokens are scheduled to be unlocked. This isn't just a wave, it's a tidal flood. So what happens when supply explodes like that? Simple economics. If demand doesn't rise to match, prices go down. And with over 11.1 billion Pi already circulating, people are starting to ask, how much more can the market handle? This massive unlock is going to test the market's strength. If the Pi community, developers, and ecosystem can rally and build enough use cases to drive demand, then maybe we can hold the line. But if not, it's going to be a rocky road. And let's be honest, the market is watching. Right now, the vibe is cautious. Investors are treading lightly. Any further weakness could trigger more panic selling. That's why everyone is watching those support zones and the volume charts so closely, because they hold the key to what might come next. So, what should we be thinking about now? This isn't the time to panic, but it is definitely the time to stay sharp, informed, and strategic. The recent price drop is a clear signal that the market is reacting to growing concerns, especially with the massive influx of Pi tokens onto exchanges, and the looming token unlocks ahead. While fear is natural in moments like these, smart investors know that opportunities often hide within volatility. Staying focused on key indicators, monitoring market sentiment, and preparing for both potential rebounds and further declines can make all the difference. Whether you're holding, selling, or waiting on the sidelines, this is a time to be alert and ready to act, not based on hype but grounded in data and sound strategy. Yes, tokens are flooding into exchanges, and yes, more are on the way. But every challenge comes with opportunity. If the community can build, if the ecosystem can expand, and if Pi can continue pushing for utility and exchange partnerships, there's still hope for a rebound. But right now, all signals suggest caution. If you're holding, you might be wondering, should you ride it out, or should you step aside and wait for clearer signs? Only you can make that decision, but the data right now is leaning toward more downside in the short term, unless something big changes. Whatever happens, one thing is for sure. This is a critical moment in Pi Network's evolution. The way the market reacts to this token unlock, and how the team navigates the coming weeks, will shape the trajectory of Pi's price for months to come. So there you have it. In today's video, we explored why Pi Network's price is tumbling, what the massive exchange inflows mean, and how the upcoming token unlocks could throw more fuel on the fire. The pressure is real, the charts are flashing warning signs, and the community is watching every move closely. If you found value in this breakdown, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. Your support helps us bring even more Pi Network news, price updates, and insider insights right to your screen. Now here's my question to you. Do you believe Pi will recover after this unlock phase, or are we heading for even more pain? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you've got thoughts, questions, or anything to share, the comment section is open. Let's talk about it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.